All right, we are at the Goodwill today. I actually just took off my mask, and I think that Juliet put a glitter bomb in my mask because I have glitter all over my face now. So that was a good prank, Juliet. Very funny. We're about to head in and see what we can find that we can flip for a profit. Here we go. So I decided to start out here in the purse section, and the first one I noticed was this one. It kind of had a Burberry design to it, but there were no markings on it, so I think it was just a copy. I usually look at the leather bags, and this one I was feeling to see if it was leather, but it said fossil, and I don't think that that sells very well, so I did pass on that. I'm still learning purses, so I've got a ways to go. I know a lot of my viewers who buy and sell purses cringe when I go through the purses, but it comes with time and practice. We've got an incline there that we look at every single time. So I made my way back to the hard goods and I noticed this. And this was absolutely amazing. And it was such a shame that it was broken because it was just a beautiful piece of art glass. So that was a total bummer. And I did leave that there with the fact that it was broken. I found a cat. And when I pulled it out, I realized it was more modern than I thought. And of course, the bottom said Ross. He was adorable though. I noticed this wall hanging here. It was very mid-century in style. I liked the kind of tarnish to the wings. It was $1.99 and I decided to grab that. I noticed this clock and it looked mid-century Keystone granite. It was an advertising piece and I just didn't feel like Keystone granite held a whole bunch of weight as far as resale goes. I found this bookend and it was kind of a tribal Mayan or Aztec looking carved onyx. I believe it's onyx. And there was no price on it and I assumed there might be another one floating around. So I stuck it in my cart and I never did find a match for it, which was kind of disappointing, but I did end up grabbing that. We've got a little box of village houses, but I didn't see a whole lot of resale value in any of those. There I am moving the carrots again. We've got some Homeco figurines there. I liked the tile, but not so much the basket. So the fact that they were together, I passed on those. Here I noticed this red-footed candy dish. You can see the flash on there is worn, and so I didn't really want to mess around with that. I did notice this little angel, and I thought maybe it was Italian, but it was just ceramic. I've got a cordless drill. I just now noticed that. This right here is just a cut to clear cranberry snifter. I've got some fake colorful hair. Juliet loves those things. Looks like Raggedy Andy here. Gardening. Maybe. It was 99 cents, but I did pass on that. I reached back here. This was art glass, and I think this has been here for quite a while. But I did find a place for that on the shelf so that it would not get broken. This was an adorable little soap dish. It was 99 cents. It was presumably modern, but I thought it was just absolutely adorable. I did leave it because I didn't see a whole lot of resale value there. Decided to check out these plates. They appeared to be hand painted. These pieces have been here for quite a while. They were $6.99. They look vintage, but I've never bought or sold those before, so I'm just not sure if they have a resale value. Well, they have if they have a high resale value, I should say. This is the Zembo Mosque, which is kind of cool because I've taken the kids there to the circus. But it's Mount Hope Estate and Winery limited edition. Mount Hope is a local winery, so I just thought that was a neat piece. I probably could have pushed it onto the shelf better. I found this vintage ceramic set of ashtrays. One is a kind of tan and the other is green. Totally 1960s, 1970s. And I did like the design on them. So I did grab those for $1.99, a buck a piece. This here was $2.99. It was a heavy cast metal gingerbread man mold. And it was marked the American Gingerbread Man mold. So I'm not sure what the resale value is on that, but it was a very heavy quality metal. And so I did decide to grab that on the chance that it was worth something, but I don't know. It was kind of just a gamble, I guess. I came over here to check out the artwork. There was one particular painting here that was catching my eye, but it was kind of weighed down by the other pieces. So I did have to finagle just a little bit. This giant mirror. There we go. So I did get it out, and it's just kind of a painting on a board. It was nice, but it wasn't amazing. So I did decide to leave that behind. There wasn't much else except for this piece in front, which was kind of interesting, but it struck me as a student project. I found a tankard here with a ship on it. I do think I've bought and sold this before, and it doesn't have a terrible resale value. This one actually had a music box in it, but I did decide to pass. Got a little crock there. Up here, I found a Peter Pan mug for 99 cents, which was really exciting. I know exactly what this was because Dagny picked up a whole bunch of these at Goodwill the other week, and they sell between $10 and $12. So I did decide to grab that on the chance that she did not have Peter Pan, and as it turns out, that was one of the ones she was missing. So I did give that to Dagny, and you can probably find that in her eBay shop, which is linked down below in the description with Shop with Our Friends. So you can find that down there. So I usually hit the white aisles last, and I'm kind of making my way there. I did notice these little fairy figurines. They were kind of cute. They had little hanging legs to hang off the side of a shelf. I noticed this bowl. I believe it to be brass, or at least have a brass coating on it, but it looked like it had some age to it, just the design of it. And there was markings on the back of it. And I'm not sure what the maker's mark there was, but for $1.99, I just thought it was fantastic. So I did decide to grab it, even with the bits of rust there. On the back of the shelf was this Ikebana floral arrangement piece. This is for the Japanese art of arranging flowers. I did decide to grab this because I have bought and sold these in the past, and I liked the simplicity of it. I liked the flag there. I considered grabbing it for Andrew, but I don't even know if he'd know what to do with it. This here I also liked. It was a wall hanging piece, but I did pass on that as well. I'm kind of rearranging the shelves here so I can pull this off because this was curious. It was the shape that attracted me to it. I'm not sure who makes it, but it was just such an odd shape, and there were no markings on it. So I'm still not quite sure who makes it, but it was very strange, and I liked it. It was $2.99. It was obviously a creamer and a sugar, but they just had a very interesting shape. So I decided to grab those. There was a teapot here that looked like it had some age. The bottom was marked, as you can see there, vitreous china. It was $4.99, and I'm not quite sure if the lid matched the teapot. Maybe it did, but I did decide to pass on that for $4.99. That was pinned to the shelf by those plates, and I just was not that committed. You can see the mustard bottles are still there. I looked at this little basket here. It was very lightweight. Same with this one. It just did not have a quality about it. Back here, I found an angel, and it kind of reminded me of the glass angel that I had picked up recently from Finders Keepers. It was 99 cents, but ultimately I did decide to leave it behind. Got a lot of Christmas, and I'm trying to resist the urge to go through the Christmas because I've cut off Christmas for the year. I cannot guarantee any deliveries by Christmas at this point with all of the postal slowdowns. This mug was absolutely adorable. Oh, I still chuckle about it. Got another Disney mug here. I did decide to take a closer look at this one. It wasn't as great as the Peter Pan mug, though. I found these ornaments here after saying that I wasn't going to mess with Christmas, but I decided to take a closer look at this little bag because of that cute little puppy dog in there. He made the whole bag tempting, but I resisted. I did find a bird, and the bird was attached to something. A little boy on a sled. The bird was not Christmas, and the bird was tempting, but I did pass on it. Then I spotted something hiding and decided to investigate. What could it be? Oh my, it's an adorable little angel. Now it looks like it was supposed to hold a bulb and maybe be a light of some sort, but the ceramic or the porcelain, I guess it's a bisque porcelain, is very thick, so I don't understand why you would put a bulb in it or if a bulb would even shine through the porcelain. But in any case, it's an adorable angel. I noticed this flapper doll down here, and I love the flapper style, and so I at least, even though I'm not interested in dolls, I at least wanted to see what she was dressed like. I also saw this vase, but I've picked this vase up 7 million times, and I leave it every single time. So back to the doll. I had to see what she was dressed like, and she did not disappoint. She was fabulous. But I just don't mess with dolls. I spotted some owls back here. $1.99 for the pair of owls. I did not sense any resale value there, unfortunately. And we're back to the Christmas. I do still look through the Christmas just in case I come across something that is phenomenal, but I've stopped picking up just your ordinary Christmas pieces. And nothing. I thought that maybe these were snow babies, but they were not. They were just little cherub babies, napkin holders. There was a moose here, and he was adorable. You can tell I'm getting to that point where I start shopping for myself. I liked this ornament. It was hand painted, and it was a Currier and Ives ornament, but there was damage on it. And then I found a Fisher-Price piano, and I had a little fun with that, even though Dagny wasn't there to enjoy it with me. It was a little sad. Then I found these doorknobs, and I just absolutely loved them. And I was thinking that I could put these on my door at the shop because they're fantastic. I love the color. The color is just so cheerful, and I would have to be cheerful every time I walked into my studio. Down here, there was a bowl with fish on it. It was intended to look wooden, and I needed a moment to figure out if it was resin or wood. I think I ultimately came to the conclusion that this was in fact resin, and it was made to look wood, but I liked it. And so I did decide to grab this for $2.99. This looked to be Italian, and so I did check the bottom to see if there were any markings, but I didn't see any markings on it, and I also suspect that it could be modern. This bowl was everything. It was everything. It was $6.99, and it looked like a giant eyeball, but I really liked it. I could have swore there was a signature there on the bottom. Andrew was telling me that no, those are scratches, but we were like, I'm convinced there's a signature there. So we may never know, but I just love that the bottom is polished flat. It could be from TJ Maxx, but in any case, I absolutely love it. I love the design of it. I was checking to see if those were plastic or glass. And of course, I always check the little cigar boxes to see what's hiding inside, and there was nothing there. And then I did end up coming back to this cat, which I had passed earlier. I thought it was a really cute little orange tabby cat, and it's a pillow, like it's made for a candle on top. And I've got a thing for cats, and so I did decide to grab it. Then I found these trees, and these trees were fantastic. They remind me a lot of the ceramic trees, the vintage ceramic light up trees. And I did decide to grab these. Whether or not I list them or put them away until next year, I haven't decided. This mug was curious. At first I thought somebody had put nail polish over all the lights, but then I realized that it was in fact a color changing mug. So I think that you put liquid in it and it lights up, or the nail polish goes away. And then I came across this bag, and I did decide to grab this bag because, as I have told you before, one of our favorite restaurants called Market Cross is right around the corner from our shop in Carlisle, and they have bamboo surrounding their beer garden, and Juliet always wants to go into the bamboo and look for pandas. And so I have decided that I'm going to start hiding pandas in the bamboo, and eventually we're going to go there and she's going to find pandas. And I have not told the restaurant staff this yet, so they're just going to start finding random pandas. But I don't think they'll be mad. I hope. There's a close-up of an angel for you. All right, well, that was fun. I'm not sure what our total spend was. I already forgot. I think it was around $40. But we got some really, really great stuff. I'm very excited for that bowl. I think that's going to be a really good piece. My only concern is shipping it because it weighs probably close to 6 or 7 pounds. I do believe that it is signed, and I showed it to Dagny when she got here, and she agrees that it may also be signed there on the edge, and it's not scratching this time. So I am very excited about that bowl, but finding a maker is going to maybe be a little bit of a challenge. So depending on who the maker is and how much the bowl is worth will determine whether or not we list it on eBay or sell it in a booth. So that being said, I think I'm gonna get out of here. Like I've been saying in the past few videos, we have a very major snowstorm coming through tomorrow, so I'm probably just gonna hang out at home, bundle up, get all cozy, and edit some videos. So I will see all of you tomorrow. Later.